what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Life. I'm Leslie and you're here in my kitchen down here on the farm. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we're going to do something kind of fun. It's something sort of semi-homemade, but it's something that you can be super excited about. And once you nail down this part of it, you can move into more from scratch. We're going to make grape jelly, but we're not making it off of grape vines, because down here on the farm we had some wonderful grapes. We had Concord grapes and we had Scuppernong grapes, but all of the grapevines here have died out over the years and I have not replaced them. So I will be doing that hopefully this year. But so we're gonna make, and I haven't been to the farmer's market to buy any grapes or anything, so we're gonna make grape jelly from grape juice, store-bought grape juice. Now you're probably saying, no, you spent so much on that grape juice, it's not gonna make, I mean, that's not that much financially savvy. Well, let me tell you, yes it is, because this is gonna make enough grape juice for my family, and that means me and Bryant, Caroline and Jamie, and Isaac, 3 different households, enough grape jelly to last at least a year, maybe more. And I'm teaching, well, we're just going to get to say we preserved it ourselves. So, yeah, it's not coming straight from the grapes, but that's just one more step after, I mean, from this, you just have to add one step. And that's cooking down your fruit and straining it. So, well, maybe 2 steps. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We're going to just try to learn to save a little bit of money where we can, because we all know groceries are out of sight. Out of sight. I don't know that jelly's gone up that much, but hey, if I can provide jelly for 3 different families for a year, we don't eat a lot of jelly, so it's not like it's a huge amount. So anyway, and then once I show you this, hopefully next year I can show you how to make it from the actual grapes. I don't know that I'll have them by next year, but maybe we can get to the farmer's market and get some. So let's get started. Let me show you what we're going to do. By the way, this is not a how-to video. Not a how-to. Because I have been canning for years and years and years, and I don't always check the guidelines to see if anything has been updated or if I'm doing things completely correctly. I think everything I'm showing you today, or that I'm doing today, is by the guidelines, but I'm not 100% sure. So do your research, do your due diligence, you check on yourself. This is not, I'm showing you how I do it. Okay, not how to do it. So, all right, let me move over here and I'll show you my water bath canner. Okay, guys, this is my water bath canner, and this is one way of canning. You can pressure can and you can water bath can. I will be water bath canning today. And sometimes people need to know when to get your, sometimes you do my jars are cold, like my peaches the other day, it was a cold jar. How do you know when to do? The way I remember, or the way my rule of thumb is, if I'm putting something hot in the jar, then I want my jar hot. The other day when I did my peaches, I cracked a jar. And let me tell you why I cracked a jar. One, it probably wasn't the best jar I have. Anyway, the other reason is because it was a cold jar and I had already heated my water, and so it was a cold jar. My fruit was cold, and then it hit hot water. and therefore the jar cracked. So I'm going to be bringing these up to heat. Judah just went running outside. Let me see where that boy went. He saw the tractor leaving and he wanted to watch it leave. So anyway, somebody asked me the other day, because I put my jars flat on the bottom, which is probably a no-no. They said, didn't your water bath canner come with a rack? And I was like, no, I don't think it did, because I bought it secondhand. I don't think it had a rack. And then I got to thinking, I think it did have a rack. And so I went outside and found the rack. So here we go. I'm just going to set these down in here and let them get hot. They'll slide around because they're not full. And if you don't want them to do that, you can just fill them up with water. But in here I've got some water and some vinegar, and I'll probably add some more water to this before we get going. I just want to get my jars warm while I'm working on our grape jelly. So I'm going to move you over here, get things set up, and I'll meet you back. So let me just say, I've never made grape jelly from store-bought grape juice before. I've never done that before. I've done it from grapes, I've done it from blackberries, done it from strawberries, never from store-bought juice. And so I was searching on the internet, because the fruit season around here has kind of passed us by, and I am just now being re-energized in my canning journey. I've canned all my life, but for the past few years I haven't canned much of anything, and so I've been being reignited in the canning field. So I wanted to do this. I wanted some grape jelly. I have strawberry. I don't have any grape, and so I searched, of course, YouTube, and I've watched several people make grape jelly, and I don't know whose recipe this is. I watched my friend Chef Jeffrey over at Old School Soul Food. He made this the other day. In fact, his video is what inspired me getting back into canning. So I've canned the peach salsa, I've canned peaches, I've canned the pickled cabbage, I'm fixing to do this grape jelly, and I have jalapenos to make cowboy candy. So I'm just restarting my canning journey, and it was Chef Jeffrey who sparked that passion again. That I think because I haven't had a good garden the past few years, I just kind of lost interest. But now with prices going up, it's a great time to get back into canning. So anyway, I don't know whose recipe this is. I watched Chef Jeffrey, I watched The Needy Homesteader, and many more. I don't know which. It may be a variation of everybody, so I don't know. So, all right, we're going to start out with 6 cups of juice. I don't know exactly how much this is going to make. But we will see. I hope I have 6 cups, because I love Welch's grape juice, and I drank me a little bit. So hopefully I'll have 6 cups. I sure do. All right, yeah, and plenty left to drink. Now, you definitely want to get the no sugar added grape juice. So be sure to get the no sugar, 100% juice, no sugar added. All right. So I'm going to turn that on, and we're going to bring this up. All right, so I'm going to add 2 packets of regular pectin. Surejel. This is what I'm getting. It says original on it, and I'm doing 2 of those. So let's get you turned down here where you can see what I'm doing. And my stove needed cleaning. I was getting ready to clean it, and I thought, you know what? I better make that jelly before I clean my stove because that's going to make a mess. So I'm just, as my juice is coming to temperature, or coming up to being hot, I'm going to go ahead and add my first pectin in. Alright, so this means we're going to also need, that was the first one. I just want to give it a stir. That means we're also going to need 7 cups of sugar. So, yeah, this is not a diabetic's drink. Of course, jellies, all jellies are extra sweet, unless you get sugar-free, but so here goes in the second box of pectin. I made strawberry jelly one year, and I think I did a video on it, and I didn't think it set up, but I mean, so I haven't even been using it because I didn't think it set up, and I actually got it out the other day, and it set up beautifully. I'm like, oh my goodness. All right, sorry, you're gonna have to hear my spoon scraping. I'm sorry. Part of it. Okay, a little trick. If you know anything about fruit, boiling fruit stuff, it gets really foamy. So we're gonna add some butter, a couple tablespoons, a chunk of butter in there. And that won't stop the foam, but it will help reduce the foam. Another thing I'm going to make is I'm going to make some, I've been watching the Needy Homestead, I'm not the Needy Homesteader, I watch her too, but, oh goodness, that 1870s homestead, and they can a lot, so I'm going to be trying a lot of their recipes, or recipes that they do. I also got my canning book out and been looking at it. My Judabug's in here. What you want, buddy? Oh, you did. Found some old bullet shells. All right, everybody. The grape juice is getting pretty good and warm, so I'm going to start adding in some of this sugar. And stirring it in good as we go. Ensure you stir out all your clumps, because it does tend to want to clump, so you need to stir out your clumps. All right, so I'm just going to stir this until it comes to a boil. And when I say a boil, I mean one you can't stir away. We want all this sugar to get dissolved. So you're checking for your lumps. You could use a whisk, but this is really hot lava. And you don't want this on you. So I think a spoon is probably best. And your sugar will eventually dissolve. But just be super, super, super careful. gonna wait till it comes to a boil and I'll bring you back at that time. Okay guys, you can see it boiling, and it looks like I'm not really able to stir that boil away. So I'm gonna set Alexa for an hour, 1 minute, not an hour, 1 minute. Alexa, set timer for 1 minute. 1 minute, starting now. And I am going to stand right here and stir and adjust the heat if I need to. If I see it start rising up, you know, I definitely don't want to mess all over my kitchen. So if I need to turn it down, I can. Right. We'll see you back when this minute is up. Okay guys, one trick I did learn from Chef Jeffrey is to tell if it's going to set up or not, is to have you a saucer in the freezer. Just take you a little bit here. Swirl it around. Oh, yes. And y'all, that's good. That is really good. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut this off, and I'm just going to let it sit right here while I get the jars over here and get them ready, and then I'm going to skim off any of this foamy stuff, okay? So I'll see you back in just a little bit. Okay guys, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 jelly jars. Turn my water back up. Now here is a step you do not want to skip. You don't want to skip it when canning anything, but especially this. You can use water or vinegar. I'm using vinegar because I want to be sure to get all the stickiness off. That one didn't get quite full enough, but, and you just, because if there's something on that rim, it will not seal. It'll prevent the seal from. And I got asked the other day, do I sterilize my lids anymore? I wash them, but I don't get them hot before. I do know that that was a change that has been made, that you no longer have to you know, put them in boiling water and so forth. All right, let me get these 4. So I have good clean lids here. All right, I'm going to do this to all the rest of them, and I'll bring you back for the next step. Okay guys, you can see I have my jars in here, and they are submerged under water. There's about 1 inch above them. I'm going to bring them to a hard rolling boil and then let them boil for 10 minutes. I'm going to let them process. That's what we refer to as processing. We'll let them process for 10 minutes, and then what I'll do is I'll turn it off. I'll take the lid off, and I just put the lid on just to get it to a boil faster. Once the 10-minute time is up, I'll take the lid off, cut the heat off, and let it sit for 5 minutes, and then I'll remove the jars and let them cool. In here is water and a splash of vinegar. The vinegar is just to keep the jars from ever getting cloudy, and because we do have, it's just well water, so there's minerals and stuff in it. So Anyway, I'm gonna clean my mess up, and I'll bring you back when we get them out. Oh, and let me tell you, tomorrow what I'll do is, I don't know if it'll be before we go to the chicken houses or after, but I'll come home and I'll whip up some biscuits, or I may, I don't think I have any frozen biscuits. I'll just whip up a couple of biscuits, and Bryant and I, or maybe just toast. I may do it on toast. That's what I'll do. That way I don't have to make a mess. I'll just do up some bacon really quick in the microwave, some toast, and we'll try this jelly out, Bryant and I, for you guys. So, all right, we'll see you back in just a little bit. Good morning, everybody. It is time for the taste test of this jelly, and I hadn't even got it out of the refrigerator. But let me tell you, I've already tasted it, and it's delicious. I'm going to have to taste test it because Bryant, guess what? He scheduled a breakfast appointment this morning. And so I'm going to get to taste it for you guys. I'm going to grab my toaster. I'm going to toast a piece of bread. Hopefully I have bread. And I'm going to get the jelly out. And let me tell you, it is so good. But hold on, I want you to see the texture of it and everything. So I'll be back once I get everything out and ready. I have fried me up a piece of sausage. And let me show you. I'm going to show you how my mama ate sausage and jelly and toast. And I do it the exact same way my mama did. And if I'm not mistaken, Caroline does it the same way too. But yeah, I'm going to show you. And it's so funny. Isn't it funny, the traditions or the habits or the ways of doing things get passed down just because, I mean, like, why I don't make a sandwich and put the sausage in the middle and the jelly on the, you know, why I don't do that, I don't know. But I do it just like my mama did it, and I think Caroline does it the same as her grandma and her mom does it. So, all right, let me get everything ready. I'll be right back. Okay, so can you guess where I'm headed today? I may have already told you. Back to the hayfield. I'm telling you, Bryant owes me big time. No, this is our farm. We work it together, but I do not like working in hay. Okay, so here is my jar of jelly. Look, you can see we've already taste tested it. Look, I mean, it sat up so good. So I'm going to show you this. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? I'm so proud of that. Okay, but I already know it tastes good, but now I'm going to show you how my mama ate sausage. Are you in a shadow? I can't tell. Anyway. Oh, and if you watched yesterday's video with the cake, look. It's already gone. Yep. Okay, so she would take her bread, just tear it apart, tear a little piece off, and she would sop the jelly, and then she would grab her a piece of sausage with it. Now, why she did it that way, I don't know. But I like it. That's the way I do it. There is not a store-bought jelly that can beat that. Here I go again. Y'all, that is so good. I said this jelly would last us a year, but I don't know. It is so good. Only thing I need is a cup of coffee. Oh, how I would love a cup of coffee. In fact, I think I'm going to make me one so I can finish this up. But, guys, if you're wanting to try canning, you don't have a farm, you don't have fruits, you don't have access to things like that. Got a hair in my eye or something. Please try this. You don't need any special equipment. You just need a pot that can submerge these jars. You need the jars, and you need grape juice and sugar and pectin. That is it. And you can get your feet wet in canning and trying new things. That's why I wanted to bring this to you. I wanted to bring this to you that to show you that you don't have to live in the country to be able to can and preserve your food. In fact, we're going to do some more of this. We're going to do dried beans. We're going to do some things like that. Now, like I said, I don't want to do how-to videos. I just want to inspire you because there is such controversy on doing it the safe way and everything. And so I implore you to do your own research to figure out what works best for you. There are people who don't follow all the rules, and they're kind of called rebel canners, and I kind of fall somewhere, I guess, in the middle. I just don't keep up with the rules, and I don't, if I've found a tried and true way over the years, because I have been canning for years. The way I can my green beans is so not like the way you're supposed to, but my canned beans last for years and years and years and years, and they are delicious. They seal every time, and it is perfect. So I'm not going to change that, but so you make the best decision you can for you. But I just wanted to inspire you that if you've never tried it but you're interested in it, especially with the way prices are going, this is a great way to get started. So, okay, I will see you guys next time here on the Farm and Pastor's Wife, where if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything, and I have fried me some sausage, and I'm going to enjoy it. So, see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.